Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we are back again with another Patreon request. Today we are checking out some Speed, right? I think the group name is called Speed, right? So I got requested to check out some Speed today. I got requested to check out some dance practices. That's new, right? Well, I've gotten requested dance practices before, but these are all dance practices. So definitely excited to see, you feel me, these, right? The dances must be pretty interesting, right? So I guess I'll be hearing the song and then also looking at the dance at the same time. So I'll be giving my thoughts on both of those. I'm not a dancer or anything, so I can't give you kind of technical thoughts on the dance, but I can still give you my my opinions on what they're doing in a dance like that. You know, the things I point out, the things I like and all of that. Thank you for the request for these. Definitely really excited to check these out. So let's get into it. All right, so the first dance practice is for the song What You. Okay, let's get into this. Does he have, wait a minute, does he have Heelys on, bro? Is that what those things are called? Yeah, I think they do have Heelys on. Wow, that's so interesting. One of the first times I see that, like a kind of choreo, and that's interesting as well. A little pose that he did right there with that kind of sound right there. That was nice. I like that. Okay. Oh. Okay. Very in sync movements. I like that. That was even on that like little jump that they do right there. And that little percussion right here. Right there. Like that. That's nice. That's so interesting. I mean, I guess it's really convenient though. Like if you're able to kind of like move forward really quickly with those little wheels right there. Right there, like that right there, how they all go down you know, in groups on that percussion right there. That 1 2 3. Nice. They really doing good with hitting like certain percussion kind of, you know, sounds going right there. Nice leg movement right there. They're moving very smooth as well. Like the kind of way they're not kind of like they're kind of like, I love that they're kind of like locking in place on certain, you feel me, kind of moves. They're doing really good with that. And on that, how they move to the side, interesting. That's clean right there. That slide to the back, going backwards right. I wonder how many times you gotta practice doing that. Have to go forward and back on those things so smoothly, going with the choreo as well, and the timing that you have to have on that as well. Oh, okay, I like that right there. Like the harmony that came in right there was nice. As they do that, going with the percussion right there, I like, you feel me, how they slowly kind of join in, like going from, you know, from him in the middle to like the rest of the members. Yeah. Nice. Ooh. I like the melody he was singing a lot when he came in right there. It was nice. I really think a lower vocal singing that same kind of thing as well. The little production right there, that's interesting. That kind of sound coming out. And it's just the bass right there. And how they hit that kind of beat right there. Right here. And the string sound. I like the string sound a lot. Oh, okay. More filled out right here. Oh, that's interesting how they do a different kind of move right here. Like he's kind of like, because I'm guessing he's a person singing on this part right here. So they're all kind of doing this move right here and there. That little move right there as he's kind of like stepping forward. That's nice right there. I like that. A little haze in the back of that. Kind of add to the energy. I like that. Yeah, I'm just mainly really impressed by how they're using these. Like, these heavies to get into formation like this so smoothly. And in a perfect position as well, because it's not like they're kind of, you know, going too forward, right? Because I feel like the main kind of difficult thing with that is, you know, not stopping at the right point, right? But you can see both of them, they're very, you feel me, you know, nice and kind of like, you know, I guess right next to each other. They're lined up perfectly right here. So it's just nice how they're able to kind of, you know, do that, have that same kind of timing as well on that as well, how they're able to go forward in that. With that, that's so clean. I love that. And the multitasking as well, as he's like kind of going back, the things they're doing with the arms as well. I like the melody a lot in this part right here. I like that little leg move that they do right there. Right there. Nice. Okay, I like how the percussion goes right there. And the little harmony that came in when he's singing. Nice. Really like this part a lot. Yeah, especially right there. I like how they did the choreo a little different right there. The little pop they do right there. Hitting that was nice. Nice. I like how it feels out more on this part. Yeah, it's a nice melody and that ooh, they sing right there. Ooh, the you know, going down right there. Very quick on that. They even like go up on the melody as well. That's very interesting. Yeah. Remember that? Ooh, okay. Nice, you know, flip right there. Nice control on that as well. Like he kind of slowed down when he went like, you know, more up. And then how he timed that going with kind of sound and song. And then instantly goes into the wheel over to this, like, yo, crazy. Okay, nice. Oh, the little circle around right there that they did. Interesting. I like that right there as well. How he's, you know, said that. It's like, you know, one side went down and then the other one, you feel me, as you said, the second thing. Nice right there. Nice. Okay. Again, very, very nice in sync how they're moving. They're doing really good with moving together on this. Kind of head going up, down. Oh, that right there, move with that little percussion that's kind of muffled right here. Very subtle as well, how they kind of do that little step. If you look at their foot right there, as they kind of, and then, you know, even the little the wheel back going with that kind of sound that's muffled, that's going the melody or whatever. And then on the tune, they do like that little kind of thing. A little up, down, the arms down, going like that. They even hit the little snap with the arms, okay. Dude, that is so clean, bro, legit. Spin on the... It's that little kind of thing. Nice. Okay, I like that. Really nice. I'm liking the vocal tones a lot with this. Yeah, I like the melodies a lot on this chorus. I'm guessing he's the main singer, right? Main vocalist in the. Or they might have multiple main vocalists, but he's the, when doing all the kind of higher notes going on. Like that. It's so interesting when certain members kind of break off from the main formation and they kind of keep doing that right there. So like they're all in sync in the back as he's doing that right here. You feel me? Right here. Right there. How that's going with the percussion, and then these two on the side kind of break off. They kind of go back more on the line right here as he's going back with them right there. And then they, you feel me, go to the side going the opposite way, and then they go forward, and then them two behind them, like the entire sequence of movements, bro. As he's hitting the freaking note, and dude just did a little spin, a little jump. And then they go into this last formation right here. Okay, that was impressive. That was really nice. That was really entertaining. Wow. I'm going to say they're definitely the most entertaining dance practice I've ever seen. I've never seen choreo, with the little wheels on the little heelys, bro. Like, how do you make an entire choreo off of that? That is crazy. I don't think I don't know if I don't think I've ever seen that. That's very impressive. I like that 100%. And the way they did it, just so impressive, right? You even had a dude doing, you feel me, little flips and handstands at a certain point on top of the formations and the them going with the beat and the melodies in the song. They did really nice with that. The nice kind of NSYNC movements they had. I think they do really nice with the kind of stops they do as well. They're really good with that. The kind of locking in place on like certain parts and stuff like that. Like, we are really impressive choreo, 100%. The song, I was liking the sound of the song a lot. I like how they paired it with the choreo and stuff like that. I was really, noticing a lot of nice melodies and things they had going on. Really like the vocal tones, that I was hearing as well, especially the dude that was, hitting the high notes and stuff like that. He was going crazy at the end, like how he was sounding that, like the overall filled out kind of instrumental and the kind of vocals that was going on in the back. Very nice overall kind of energy with that as well. I feel like I would listen to this one. It was a really nice kind of sounding song. But yeah, this dance, very impressive, 100%. Really entertaining with this. Like, that sets the bar like really high. So definitely excited to see what the next one looks like. So yeah, let's get into that one. All right, so this one is called Don't Tease Me. Right, let's get into this. Okay, interesting how they're going out and in right there. Oh, interesting kind of sound in the instrument right here. It sounds like they could be using like a sample of like some type of classical kind of. I'm not entirely sure of that. It sounds like something. I like the kind of slow kind of movement they do as well when they go out right there. Even when they go out and in. Yeah. And they kind of one by one go out. This dude doing the freaking up and down thing, bro. That little kind of, okay. Flips again, bro. Like we. Yeah. Crazy. Oh, okay, I like this right here. I like this part. Are they going to that? Yeah, really like the groove of that part a lot. Just like in the song, how that was going. and how he was, you feel me, delivering the lines right here. Kind of melodic on that as well. I like the little move they do right there with the little hands right there, doing that as they're kind of stepping forward. You know how their foot is going out. I like how these two are, you know, the kind of joining in on that right there. I like the double kind of vocals that come in the back right here. Yeah, I like that flow a lot right there. Yeah, really nice on that. Love the groove of that part. The hip move right there, going with that. That's your thing. Nice, right? I like that. Yeah, I like the melodies a lot that he's singing right there, and the kind of like vocals that come in and bring it up. Yeah, a little like hey, that's kind of coming in the back of that. Okay. I was going with the beat. Very nice. The nice kind of like strings kind of going on instrumental right there. Yeah, how that goes to the beat right there is interesting. Yeah, really liking the background vocals coming in, and how they're like, you know, going from member to member right there. It's very, very smooth. I like how they're keeping that kind of same rhythm with the beat and stuff like that. Okay, and that's kind of one by one kind of turn around there, kind of in the line right here. It's very interesting how they got into that line as well. They did really nice with kind of getting in the formation right there. Yeah, I love how they move with that kind of sound right there. Right into that. And then go into that. Nice. Yeah, like the harmony on that. That's nice. Okay. Ooh. I like that melody that they're singing right there. I like the move they did, you feel me, when they went into that as well, how they stepped forward right here. Nice. That hand movement going with that. Nice. Yeah, I love that right there. I like how they did that a little different right there. You have members on the side kind of, you know, stepping to this, you know, to either side right there as they're doing in the middle right there. So change direction right there. Ooh. Okay, nice little footwork right there. Right here. What's doing now? Ooh, like that right there. I just singing kind of lower tone right here, going with that melody and instrument right there. That's a nice melody as well. I like how they did that as well. They kind of, you know, the level kind of change going down right there. Still doing that kind of footwork move right there. Okay, do it that kind of opposite way. Nice. How they move with that hoo. Interesting. Ooh, okay, interesting with the percussion right here. On the rhythm line. And that melody that they were singing right there that was lower is like kind of higher on that right now. Going to this. Nice. Ooh. Yeah, I like his delivery a lot. I like how he's doing it. Going with the beat. Nice break right there. Was that a laugh in there? I like the synth sound a lot on this part. Yeah, I think that was a laugh in there. Interesting. Again, really like this part a lot. They do really nice going into that line right there. Love the melody on this part. Love the layers of the voices on this part. Nice. Ooh, that was nice right there. I like that. The vocals coming out, and just like the sound of that right there. How they move their heads right there. How he kind of controls them kind of going, you feel me, over and down right there. That's really nice. Yeah. Even like them, you feel me, going like in and out right there. The ways with how he's doing the arm. Like a percussion come back in this part. Love the harmonies on this as well. How they go up on that kind of string sound right there. 1, 2, 3, right there. Nice. Okay, the leg movement's going with the melody that he sings right there. Interesting. And that kind of level changes they do, you feel me, in the line as they're moving as well. Going up and down as he holds that out. That was really nice how he sounded right there. Whoa, okay. okay, yeah. They do really nice with the teamwork on these choreo moves as well. You really gotta trust your members to be able to like catch you, right? The timing on that as well. So he jumps, they catch his limbs right here. Then you also, oh my gosh, bro, because the timing on that, bro. He also has to jump over him, do a little flip as they're bringing him under. What in the world, bro? And then he jumps and then lands, bro. Yo. I can only imagine the amount of times that they had to do these things, bro. It was the same thing with like the last one, like the amount of times they had to practice with those heelers and stuff like that, bro. Like, that's crazy, bro. And then they go down as well after they do that. It's so clean. And then he does a flip to the side right here as they're kind of like, bro, this is a very acrobatic group. Jumps on to that. Nice. Who was hitting that right there? Nice. I like the kind of like kind of have a little kind of like growl in his voice as he's sitting there. At the end of that, it's like a little rasp on there. Interesting. I like how they have that on top of, you feel me, the melody that they sing right here for this chorus. Okay. I like that right there. They do that little step out move right there, but they do it kind of, you know, going in between each other to the opposite side. Into formation right there. Hold on. Okay. Because I was wondering how he got into the middle right here. Okay, so he does that move and then he kind of, okay. So yeah, they're doing really nice with kind of, I guess, you know, having certain members going to the middle kind of position very smoothly. Yeah, I like this part a lot. Okay, I like that they do this kind of thing again, but they do it in the opposite, right? You know, opposite ways. One line doing it this way and the other one doing it. Love that foot move right there. It's really nice. So clean. Now they do it in a circle. Okay. Bro, what in the world? I saw them do it. I saw them getting ready for it in the back too, bro. I was like, what the heck? I didn't know it was going to be that high though. Oh my gosh, bro. And it's crazy because if you could hear, there's a sound in the instrumental and he flip jumps with that sound and it fits perfectly with, you know, how he goes up and then when he lands, it ends. So the timing on that is really nice as well. Yeah, bro. Because I was just thinking about it, bro. Because the sound in the instrumental sounded very like classical, kind of, you know, the strings and stuff like that. Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like I would hear that sound in like a circus. This is a freaking circus, freaking choreo, bro. They might as well perform this at a circus. Wow, very acrobatic. Definitely adding to the impressive factor because I didn't know what they were going to do to top that. Like I don't know when these came out exactly. I don't know if this came out before or after the last one, but just for me, yeah, how I'm watching it now, I was like, okay, that one set the bar really high with the Heelys and how they're able to do that. But okay, they came with the same energy with the impressiveness on this one, so I like that. The acrobatics is bro. All the flips, especially this one at the end, bro. What in the world? I'm surprised that's not. Is that the most replay part? I think so. Hold on. Nah, that's the most replay part. That makes sense. That makes sense. 100%. That was very impressive as well. But this flip was actually crazy. Yeah. I like that. I do like this song better than the last one as well. Really like nice kind of very groovy kind of thing going on. I was liking the sounds like I was hearing that. It sound like a classical kind of thing with like the strings that was going on. The melodies that they were singing is really nice. I love this melody that they sing on this part. They go, how it goes with the beat. I like how they change the choreo up as well, right? Because it's the same choreo, but they do it in a different way. So the first time they were all together and they were just doing it, one side this way, and then when they repeated it, they did it, the other way. But then this time, for this last thing, when they repeat it after I guess that other part, they do it first. They do it first in different lines going the opposite ways that they went before, but then doing it again in a circle. So I like how they keep it very interesting, right? They do the same move, but like switching how they do it, I guess, in formation, right? So that's very entertaining as well. Yeah. I feel like for that, I'm glad you feel me. You requested to watch the dance practices for these songs because these are impressive, bro. Legit, how they're doing everything is very entertaining. I definitely like this one a lot. Like I said, I'm really liking their vocal tones as well. I'm liking a lot, how they're sounding vocally. On this one, I was definitely noticing more of the raps, right? I was definitely liking the raps a lot on this song. I think they did really nice with the way they delivered the lines and how they go with the beat and stuff like that. So I was definitely enjoying that. I feel like I would listen to the song a lot, 100%. And then definitely guys check out another performance, like an actual performance for this as well, because definitely they did their thing on how they dance this. 100% really entertaining. So we have one more for today. All right, so the third and final dance practice that was requested to me is called Zombie Party. Let's get into this. Oh, okay. The laugh. Oh, way more people on this one. Okay, so I'm guessing they have like is it dead, like backup dancers, or is it just like more members on this one? The last one is like 7, I think. Again with the catching right here, bringing them over right there. Okay, interesting. Oh, okay. I like how they move right there. The little leg move right there, dude. Going up. How they did the hands. You feel me? Kind of going on the other side right there. I like how they move with that melody songs right there. Ooh, like the harmony of that came right there. Nice. How the percussion is going as well. Oh, interesting right there. Yeah, interesting the way they're singing right there. I like that. I kind of like stretch out they do right there with the legs and then going down and then going up and then like bringing our legs in, sliding up. Yeah, the slide and then the quick kind of, you feel me, as they go up and bring their legs in. Right there. Interesting. Okay. Ooh. Like the Tony singing right here. I like the vocals that's coming back. How it feels out. Nice. Such a thing how they're going up and down right there. Okay, percussion coming in. Yeah, I like that melody a lot that he's singing. It's nice. Okay. Interesting how they're moving with that kind of, build up sound. Okay, then it drops down. I like how that melody's like a higher vocal and the lower on that is nice. Nice harmony on that. Yeah, I like how they're moving with, you feel me, going with that kind of the whole concept of the zombie kind of thing, right? With the arms and the hands going out like that. That's interesting. The back and forth kind of groove they're doing right there is nice. And the light going up, hitting that kind of percussion at the end of that. Just seeing how they hop to the side right there. Then they do the same thing right there. Interesting. Ooh, yeah, they're doing really good with pairing the certain moves going with the sound of the song. They're still keeping this concept as well. It's like you slice the thing and the little kind of yeah. The way they all kind of went down right there. Ooh, moving with the percussion right there. The shoulders going up. 1, 2, 3, right there. Go on either side right there. They're doing a lot of those moves where, you know, they're going back and forth right there, you know, either side right there as it's going, right? Nice. Okay, back and just come back in. Yeah, that's so interesting, especially what they're doing with the production right here as well. Kind of coming out right there, you know, from that. That's more empty on this part right here. As they're doing that with the arms going in and out as they're doing it. Interesting. Oh, and they go in between the legs and that. They go down. I like how that melody right there went with the sound that's going through the production right here. That's interesting. I think it's so clean how they go down and it's my favorite part of the song right here. I like how this sounds. Love the harmonies on that. And how they hit that percussion right there. Nice. Yeah. It's like the same thing that I was saying for the last one. They do like, you know, similar choreo, right? But they do it in like, you know, different formations, different kind of ways that they're like sending like that. I think it's more filled out for this one as well, right? The dances are on this one, so it's making it look more kind of more people, you know. I like how they do that. Okay, going to the bridge. Yeah, I love how they move right there. Very in sync again, like I said. Yeah, all the different kind of things they're doing with the formation. Yeah, the image right there, the image that they make is really nice. I like that little leg movement they do with that melody that he's singing right there. Interesting how his voice is kind of like, there's a filter on there. Yeah, the arms going out right there like that in a different kind of directions. Interesting. Oh, okay, that was nice right there, the one by one. And the arms going on. Yeah, them all together on that. That's so interesting. I didn't even notice the extra dancer back in the back right there. Yeah, where the frick did he come from? Hold on. Was he there the entire time waiting for that part? Yeah, I didn't even notice him. Wow, yeah. Because okay, so there's other dancers like in the back right here, kind of waiting for that. Yeah, they go up and down, but they're like being covered as well. So it looks really interesting. Like when they go up right there and then they go like down together. Like that's so interesting how they're moving together on that. That was nice right there. I like that. Okay, now they all do this kind of like, okay, little jump around thing. And their way they're moving as well, zombie party. So it is like, you feel me? Okay, okay, I like that 100%. It's like they're moving around as zombies in a party type thing. Yeah, I like how they keep this concept, related to the things going on in the choreo. They're very expressive as well with their movements as well. Nice, he's on the list right there. In the note. Yeah, it's not really nice holding that out. They just bring a random girl in to do the screaming. What in the world? That's so interesting, bruh. And then she does a little choreo going back as they do the kind of formation right there. Like I said before, their timing is really nice as well. How they go into these formations, like this entire kind of thing, how they're moving towards that. And I love how they move with that kind of synth sound going right there as it's going. They're going up, and then they move in again, going with that, and the arms going as she's going back. Even with that sound right there, as I'm kind of going over to that formation right there. And then she joins in with the, okay, I like that. Wow, and then they go down and he literally flips over or jumps over both of them. I think he jumps off of one of the members, then jumps over and then goes down that position right there to him. Like he's like, wow, that is so interesting. Wow. Like it's so crazy. I wonder like who is like the creative mind behind these choreos, right? Like who is like thinking of, first of all, the concepts and the way they're able to, I guess, fit certain moves to go with the concept, and also the different formations and different additions. So like that girl coming randomly in at the end to play that little part, and then you feel me, this little end like thing. Like who comes up with this? It's so interesting. Yeah, 100%. Very, very, very nice on this one as well. This one was, I guess, like less impressive in terms of like, I guess, the movements, but still very impressive with the way that they were moving, if that makes any sense, with, I guess, them being able to pull off the concept really well. And again, the formations and how everything goes with the song is still really, really entertaining. They do really nice with that. Like I said, whoever is a creative mind behind these choreos and the people that choreograph, they do such a good job with, everything, how it goes, the addition of the backup dancers and stuff like that, the addition of the girl at the end, these formations, the images that they make as well, how they look. Like it's so nice. And it's crazy because they do a lot of individual moves as well. So it's like you have to think about everybody's individual move and how they can come together to make a full choreo and stuff like that, because it's not just one in sync thing all the time, right? Of course, they have some moves that are more in sync, right? But then sometimes when they do have those in sync movements, they have people in different directions, people, coming in at different times and something like that. They do really well with how they do this entire thing. And the members do a great job with their expressive movements. Like I said, going with the concept of the whole kind of zombie thing, right? I think they did a really good job with keeping that story still in mind the entire time. It felt like a theater stage, right? Like I could feel like I can see this entire thing be like a stage for like a theater kind of play thing right there, like the way that they were moving, the blocking and everything. Like just very, very, very interesting with this entire thing. So very, very entertaining. I really like this 100%. The song on this one I like a little less than the last one, right? I think it paired really nicely with this dance practice, but I don't know if I would listen to this one that much, just on my own, right? But I would definitely, want to see performance of course, and I'll still vibe with it, you know, while watching performance and stuff like that. There were specific parts that I was liking, you know, in the melody, like when they went to more of like a higher kind of tone or whatever. So I was liking that as well, you know, along with some other things. I guess not too much to where I would listen to it on my own, but still really entertaining regardless. I'm still really liking what I'm hearing when it comes to like the different vocals in the rap sections, though. I'm definitely liking that. So I definitely want to check out more, I guess, like music things by them as well as you feel me, dance things. Very nice. So yeah, 100% really enjoyed reacting to Speed today. It was very, you feel me, nice that these were dance practices. I was a little skeptical at first because, you know, I don't usually watch dance practices while listening to a song for the first time, just in case it might distract me. But I think they did really well with, you know, having the song and the dance fit together. So I was able to focus on both. And then also a lot of times what some groups will do is that they'll have the music like playing in the background of the video, so you can hear it in the video, but it's still like you still have that echo and stuff from the room. I like that they actually put the audio of the song on top of the dance practice. So that kind of, you know, added to my enjoyment because it felt like it was an actual kind of thing, performance like video or whatever. So it allowed me to be able to hear the song and look at the dance very perfectly. So I like that they did that as well in this one. So yeah, very entertaining. Thank you for requesting these dance practices to me. Definitely really like these. I think some of the most entertaining kind of dance practices I've seen yet. So yeah, 100% really nice. I'm definitely intrigued and definitely do want to check out more about Speed. So if there's any specific things that you guys want me to check out down below, definitely put that down in the comments down below. I am going to also be checking out performances for, I think, some of these songs. I got requested that as well. So if you want to see my reaction to the performances that they did, my reaction to that will most likely be on my Patreon. But yeah, 100% really like these. Tell me what you guys thought about these down below. What did you like, what did you not like? Tell me what your favorite one out of the three was. I think in terms of song, my favorite will probably be Don't Tease Me, right? But I think the choreo, I don't know, they were all really good in their own way. I think still one of the most impressive things is just the fact that they were moving with Heelys in that first one, so that I was really liking that. But I was really liking the kind of, I guess, the acrobatic kind of movements and everything that they were doing in Don't Tease Me, and I like all the kind of way that they were moving in Zombie Party. So I don't know, it really just depends, I guess, right? But I think all of them were really good in their own way, but definitely would like to hear your opinion. But yeah, 100%, hope you guys enjoyed my reaction, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.